I look like a ghost. I need to... they're kind of up. They're kind of not. Okay. That was a weak clap. That wasn't even a clap. I just put my hands together. I'm gonna clap. I'm gonna clap. There we go. That was a good one. Oh my gosh. Sorry. I fell. My blinds are like my blinds at this point. Okay. I've been clapping a lot, but that clap was weak. I need to do another one. I need to do another one. You squirrely likes to clap. My hands, to be specific, my hands. Don't take that out of context. I swear, if I'm ever famous, someone's gonna make an out of context video. That's gonna be in there. Okay, now I can actually get this video started. First off, announcements, you know, because we run a tight ship here. Right? Also, yes, I know, all my shirts are too big and my shorts are too short. I know. That just annoys me. But either way. So announcements. The first part of my female cover of Epic, the musical, with friends. I don't know why I turned that into a little song. That wasn't a very good one. But anyway, that comes out later tonight at 9 o'clock. I'm just finishing up some editing, making sure that the file's downloaded, making sure everything works, and all of that. Also, thank you guys so much for the... These sleeves are too big. Oh my gosh. Thank you guys so much for the 201, not one person, for the 200 views on my face reveal video. That is my most popular long video. Also, my dad is home, so I might need to cut and come back. But I can do that. Yeah, I can. I'll do that later. I'll finish this video later, I promise. But I do want to get through announcements, because I also need to think of a story time. So anyway, thank you guys so much for the views on that. And my story time video about my soccer has 60 views. Like, together, that's like most of the channel. Anyway, I will be right back. We back? We're back. Okay, so where was I? I did announcements. Yeah, I think I've only gotten to announcements. So, my story today, I guess, is more of a overall discussion. I have a topic. I'm not going into this blind like I did last video. Nah, squirrelies. I'm not going into this blind. There's still ice in here. This was from last night. I mean, it makes sense. It is a tumbler. Okay. So, the topic for today. Am I centered on camera? I don't feel like I am. But now I'm off-centered. I swear, this must be such a pain to listen to my story times because I am always so scatterbrained. Scatterbrained? Scatterbrained. Jeez. You don't like this shirt. And that's why. So anyway, my topic for today is teenage guys. You know, we all know at least one. If you're knowing me, you probably know several. If you're watching me, you probably know several and are in a grade of school, whether that be college, high school, middle school, elementary. Hopefully no one's in kindergarten watching this. I mean, if you are in kindergarten and you're watching my videos, props to you. Yeah. You know what? Anyone can watch my videos. I'm not age restricting this. No. Who age restricts their videos? That's dumb. Anyway, teenage guys, or guys in general, they can suck sometimes, and there's a specific breed of guy. That's a really weird saying. I don't like saying that. There's a specific type. Type's better. I like type. still so bright in here. Anyway, there's a specific type of guy that always is just always, they're like a bully, right? I'm talking about the class clowns. The guy class clowns. There's not really girl class clowns. I mean, there can be. There can be non-binary class clowns too. I'm just saying specific guys. There's one guy I'm thinking of. Actually, there's like 3, but I'm just gonna go with one, and then if I need any more examples, I will. I'll give random letters. So let's call this guy H. You know, I'm not affiliating anything with him because, you know, my channel, my stuff. So let's call this guy H. We don't like H. He is annoying. And he's the class clown. He's the class clown. Now, H has some friends. H is friends with a different guy. Let's call him J. You got H and you got J. Non-related. H and J. So you got H and you got J, and they're besties, right? So last year, middle of the school year, that is when they started to just snap, click. I don't know, I guess during the middle of the school year, they were like, oh hey, we finally know this person now. Because if you guys know me, you know that I moved schools about 2 years ago now. Last year, this is the 2nd year. Last year I moved to a school other than the school I was at. I have stories from that school too. I have stories from everywhere. I have stories. That's the point. I have stories. But anyway, I moved schools, and I got settled into the new school pretty quickly, I guess. I was making friends on the first day, second day, you know. But the same reason I left school number 1. School number 1 is the old school. I'm not there anymore. School number 2, however, is the school I go to. So, school number 1, I'm not talking about school number 1, I'm talking about school number 2. I left school number 1 for, obvious reasons, homophobia, people not respecting my name change, which, that second one, actually both of those are still things that I have to deal with in my day-to-day. It's not as bad because they're not as, I don't know, they're not as mean as the people at school 1 were, I guess. School 1 was ruthless. I'm gonna say anyway a lot in this video. Jeez. Anyway, I left school 1 for homophobia and people not respecting the name change. Well, enter school 2, enter about second, I think that we're gonna say middle of the year, right? Second to third quarter. Your end quarters, that's the end semesters, like a circle, and you got your middle semester. That's not how it's split up at all, but that's how I want to split it up. So anyway, during middle semester, and this is before the note, by the way, before the note, I think, pretty sure, yep, yeah, definitely. I know my own timeline. Jeez. Whoever is watching this, thank you. I know a lot. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, second to third quarter. Second to third quarter. I know my words. Second to third quarter. I'm living as I do. And the guys, you know, they give subtle hints of homophobia every now. At the time, I identified with my sexuality as a gynosexual. If you don't know what that means, it's like a lesbian, but more general. It's for anyone who's attracted to femininity. Whether that means, I can words, Whether that means feminine guys, feminine non-binarians, me. I also present masculine too, but I guess I present more feminine. Okay. And, or girls. You know, anyone, anything feminine. Sorry, the shirt is bugging me. I don't look good in it. I need to change. I'm actually going to do that. Hold on. Okay. Now to the actual story at hand. Yeah. Now to the actual story that I have. Right. So, I identified as gynosexual at the time. And, you know, boys will be boys. J and H pick up on that. And it's like dinosaur. Because I don't know, but guys and dinos. That needs to be a musical. That guys will make it happen. And dinos will make it happen. But anyway, guys and dinos. That's actually, I like that a lot. Anyway, they were calling me a dinosexual and asking what that meant. And they were doing it on purpose. There's also this thing where I guess when people are trying to bully you about being part of LGBT, they are, I don't know why, but they do it by asking the same questions over and over and over again. And they're not sincere at all. And some of them are very, yeah. The amount of times that I have been asked if I have is too many. Because it's like 13 times. I guess that technically counts as harassment. Maybe. Not sexual harassment. But anyway. Yeah, I've gotten asked that a lot. I've gotten asked which bathroom I go to. I've gotten asked what things just mean. I've gotten asked, trans, you know, yeah. Being a non-binary person who got a name change, who has gone through like 3 different sexualities, because you've gotten your gyno, your lesy, and your bi. I'm bi. I'm settling that there. I'm settling it there. Bi. I will set it there. Bye, 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 bye. Oh, that would be such a good theme for Pride Month. I need to do that next year. Anyway, but yeah, it's hard. You know, and everyone who is part of the community in my grade goes through that. But not as much as I do. Like, the amount of times people have asked me things compared to people asking my friends things. I don't go around, you know, observing with my eyes wide open, like, what you talking about? No. But I am a passive observer. Also, this camera. Oh my gosh, I'm having so many recording problems today. I was editing, you know, earlier, because I'm kind of making a musical, not an original musical, but, you know, I was editing earlier, as one does, and the entire file got deleted, so I had to start over, and that really sucked. Anyway, back to the topic at hand. Sorry, I'm so scatterbrained. Back to the topic at hand. Yeah, I'm a passive observer, and I noticed that, like, okay, let's call one of my friends L.M. I'm going down the alphabet. So L.M. is also bi. And I don't see her getting asked how, like, what that means every class period. So, besides J and H, those 2 guys, we're gonna put them aside. And we're gonna come back to that later. We're gonna circle around. But for now, let's go to Q and R. Q and R. Q and R. Question and response. No. Q and R, right? You got Q, you got R. Q and R, I sit by R in 2 class periods. And it is the worst thing ever. I mean, he can be funny sometimes, but he can also just be, like, a jerk others. That's the thing, is, like, there's one guy in the grade. Let's call him, I know, I'm making up a lot of names, and I'm making up a lot of things, and this might get confusing. I'm sorry. So, there's this one guy that pulls off being the class clown really well, and I like him. I think he's a cool guy. Let's call him W. W for the win. I'm never saying that again. So let's call this guy W. W actually pulls off being a class clown very well. He's funny. He doesn't typically overstep boundaries of people in the community. He also is, like, he's chaotic and he's random, and, you know, he's a homosexual as all the other guys. I'm messing with the blinds, by the way. Every guy in the grade is a homosexual, and then they go around and then they are like, hey, what's that mean? And then they bully me for being a homosexual. Not really. I am, kind of. Partially. I get half credit. Anyway, geez. But yeah, W pulls it off really well. W knows how to be a good class clown. He doesn't too much overstep boundaries. I mean, he's a guy, but he does it well. Now, Q and R and J and H, QR, J, and H, they could take a few lessons, right? They're not as funny, and they can be chaotic, I guess. But they overstep boundaries a lot. So I guess, could it be my fault for not setting boundary? I don't know. The major thing, I guess, them asking questions about me and my sexuality and all that and what it means is fine. The major problem I have, and another guy actually introduced this, we're gonna call him T. So T introduced a nickname to all the guys that I'm not gonna say, because you guys don't get to know my real name yet. Ha ha ha. But it's my dead name, and so I guess it's not my real name anyway, but I still don't want to, because then I know there's gonna be that one person in the comments that's like, oh, hey, bleh, yeah, bleh, how was your day, bleh, oh jeez, I don't know, I hope that's funny. I'm having a good laugh. Not really. I am. So T introduced a rhyming nickname that I don't like, that I ignore when people use it. They use it all the time. So QR, J, and H. QR, J, and H. I remember, guys. QR, J, and H picked up using that. They don't use it when directly talking to me, I guess, just in my vicinity. That's what they do. The thing is, the nickname is flirtatious, and I don't like it, and I don't get it. Also, this is a tough to, like, stuff from my bed. Don't question it. I'm tearing apart my bed. It's flirtatious, and I don't like it. And they call me Mama nickname. I don't like it, and I know that's the point, is that I don't like it. They're bullying me. But, like, what the freak? Like, yeah, y'all, oh, also, for anyone who did watch the Note video, it wasn't the same nickname as the Note, just in case you were making connections. I'm pretty sure it wasn't any of them. But yeah, he started that, and it's just weird and odd because, like, why? Why? Um, so I should probably circle back around. Stop the clock right here. I'm putting it to you guys. Mwahaha. Mwahaha. So let's circle back to J and H. You know, we've got a time order of events. Started with J and H, then went to T, then went to Q and R, and then went back to T. So, J and H last year, they were the first guys to openly, outright just start the homophobia train. I have to specify guys because a lot of girls in my art class at the time did that as well. There was one girl, I'm gonna call her J squared. J squared. She's actually nice and she has sincere questions about it. And she tries her best and hardest and she is such a good person. Her friends though, they're not inherently bad. I don't think anyone in the grade is inherently bad. Anyone who's currently in the grade isn't inherently bad. There was one guy, oh, I've got another story to tell. Right now I'm telling this. I'm getting so many ideas. I'm telling the story of homophobia. Dang it. I don't know what I'm going to title this video. I forget what the story's about. Okay. So, J and H. J and H, those are our guys right now. They started it second and third quarter. They started the stuffs. It started with the normal asking questions, and oh my gosh. There's one moment that H did. We're gonna say that H was the guy. H did it. And we were in language arts class, right? And one of our little vocab, it was either vocab or grammar, one of our little things was like, Luce was doing da-da-da-da-da, which vocab word fits in here? And, like, I openly got called out because H was in my class at the time. I wasn't in honors language at that point in time. I was supposed to be, but I wasn't. And then I got moved up next quarter, so I didn't have to worry about that anymore. But this is second quarter, and the question was like, it was just a fill in the vocab thing. And yeah, it was like Luce is doing da 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 da. And then H freaking raises his hand and is like, what's Luce's gender? I have to make sure. That's one thing about people that do that. That's one thing about homophobes that do that. That I don't like specifically. It's the whole, did you just assume my gender thing? Because we don't do that. Oh my gosh, I have never said that to I've never said that to anyone. I've never said that at all. No one I know that's non-binary or trans or anyone or anything, and I know trans people, okay? I partially am. But oh my gosh. We never say that. Anyone who has changed genders can confirm that we don't say that. We don't go around talking to people and then when they say anything related to our gender, we don't go around and say, oh, did you just assume my gender? Like, what the fuck? What the freak? I'm not... Guys, don't attack me in the comments. I never promised I was a wholesome channel. I'm not. I know, I promise. I swear. I'm sorry. I haven't sworn a lot, okay? I don't swear a lot. I'll try not to swear in videos. For my little audience. I need to check the ages on my audience. I'm pretty sure it's all like, it's mostly like 16. I don't know. I haven't checked in a while. I need to. Anyway, Jeezums. Like, we never say that. So J and H specifically, I'm peeved at. And they keep going, they keep doing their things. It's all stupid little stuff that, like, it's asking the questions, it's getting it wrong, it's saying da 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 da. But calling me out like that, oh my gosh. And they would go out of their way. This wasn't like a little, oh, there's that person, let's go ahead and you do that. One day, because I got kicked out of the lunch table along with my partner at the time, because, you know, a different girl that I do have a story time on. I have like 3 story times I could do on that girl. So I'll bring it up later. If I ever need inspiration, I can just watch this video again. But story time comes along. No, it's lunchtime. Okay, lunchtime comes along. Me and my partner have to sit at a different table because there's not enough seats because this girl, oh my gosh. So we sit at a different table and we're like a table across from the table that these guys were sitting at. It was like, you know, the popular kids table, of course, because, yeah, the popular kids have like 3 tables because there's just so many of them. There's not an official, everyone knows everybody, okay? There's unpopular kids, but there's no, like, popular kids. So, J and H just happened to be sitting across, you know? You got my table, you got their table. It's like over here. And so they shout stuff and just overall, oh my gosh, the amount of times I wanted to punch these people in the face. I don't seriously. It's just so aggravating to even think about again. Also, I'm sorry if there's not a lot of detail. This stuff does happen. I'm sorry, I just don't have that great a memory. But oh my gosh, they just went out of their way. And like, I wasn't even bothering them. I would comment back sometimes. That's the thing about me, is that I'm either the nicest person you'll ever meet, I'm super duper mean, or I am a complete bitch. You know? A complete bitch. So, I've got like 3 things. I'm typically on the meaner side because, you know, I ran out of niceness 2 years ago. I'm working on it, okay? I'm working on it. But, yeah, so I would comment back sometimes, but not a lot. And the day happens when, because it wasn't just me who was getting targeted, I was the main target. But my friends were as well. We all had something to report. Any of my friends that weren't straight had something to report. So we did. That lunch period, we go down, we're like, we need to make a student report. Because it was just ridiculous. It was stupid. I don't like using the word ridiculous. My mom uses it. I don't really like it. It just sounds Karen-esque to me. But it was stupid. So, we go and we do report, I'm like getting fidgets and stuff, but we do report them, and then the next period, like, this was a snappy thing, next period, the teacher gets a phone call, and it's like, can you send H down to the office, please? He needs to talk to his coach, because H was on a sports team, right? And so, due to the evidence we had, and due to our student reports, he almost got kicked off the team. Ever since then, the amount of which he talks to me is like 0 now, because A, we don't have any classes this year, and B, it went down as soon as he came back that day too. Like, it was just, oh crap, in his head, I'm guessing. So, you know, H, you're doing good. You're good. I don't I don't dislike you that much. I don't dislike you that much, okay? Jay, on the other hand, Jay. I still have classes with him. He's still annoying. Not as much as last year, I don't think. Because I think his coach talked to him too if he had one. If he has had, he's not dead. No one died. But anyway, yeah, it decreased, and then I have like 4 out of 8 classes with Jay, and it's, you know, it's okay, I guess. It's still a jerk, but honestly, we're good. Not all of the guys suck. I personally only have a problem with like 4 guys on surface level, and even then it's like guys are just them. So sorry, that guys are just he's, for anyone watching who wanted me to say that. There you go. I'm talking to you, H and J. I sound like I'm wrapping this video up. I'm not. This video is gonna be long. All these story times are long. I still have to edit this. I might wrap it up there. No, we can at least get to Q and R. Q and R. T is pretty much cut and dry. I think I said everything about him already. Q and R, however, I sat next to. In science, I used to sit next to these people, and I still might. I might not. I don't know. But in science, I sat next to these people, and, yeah, it was the typical, just asking me questions, pretending to not know what stuff means, having to explain it for the 3rd time, asking about my dead name, using my dead name, ignoring them until they use the right name, because if you go up to me and you're like, oh, hey, insert dead name here, I will ignore you. If you go up to me and you're like, oh, hey, L.A.L.A, you know, because as far as you guys know, that's my real name. It's not, I'm not going to tell you. That's the 2nd time I've said this in this video. Joke's on me. Ha 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 ha. Very funny. Jeez. But if you go up to me and you're like, hey, L.A.L.A, and I'm like, oh, hi. If you go up to me and you're like, hey, insert dead name here, I'll be mad. One thing about me is that when I'm mad, I typically don't show it unless I'm actively telling you to shut up. Doing the typical stuff. Q and R aren't as much as a problem. You know, Q and R are guys, but they're not the same level as J and H. Q, R, J, H, and T are the main 5 I don't like. And then there's one guy that I don't like that doesn't go to school with me anymore. Let me know if you guys like shorter story times, longer story times, if you guys even like story times. Do you guys like story times? Do you guys not? I'm looking for comments on my video. The first person who comments on this video, I will pin them. And if they have any YouTube requests, I can make some videos about that. You know? Yeah, first person to comment on this video, I'll know who you are because you have made it this far. First person to comment on this video, I will make a YouTube short or video, I don't know, you get to say, of your choice. So, go to the comments. If you're first, congratulations. I'll be checking in about an hour. Anyway, bye, squirrelies.